Q4 isn't just another season on Etsy. It's literally the Super Bowl. Last year, my shop did $149K in revenue during this time. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can 10x your sales this Q4. If you're new here, my name is Robert Blaz, and I've sold over $500,000 on Etsy in just a year and a half. Q4 was a massive part of my success. We're talking thousands of sales in just a few weeks, selling mostly personalized gifts and ornaments. I know firsthand how crazy the season can get, but also the opportunity there is if you prepare for it the right way. So without further ado, let's hop into it and let's start going through what you can do today to start preparing for Q4. All right, so the first point we're going to talk about today is timing and preparation. Okay? Timing and preparation is extremely important when targeting Q4, obviously. So what you want to do is start early. Okay? This is extremely key. Starting early, and the reason for that is that Etsy needs time to be able to rank your listings and figure out exactly what you're selling, what you're targeting, who you're targeting. So, and ideally, throughout the year, we want to list for specific occasions or seasons 6 to 8 weeks in advance. That'll typically give Etsy enough time to understand exactly what it is you're trying to accomplish and who you're trying to sell to. Another thing is we want to put out lots of listings, right? We want to put out lots of listings. Do not expect to be successful with just 5 to 10 listings, right? That realistically is just not going to happen. It's not in the cards. So we want to ideally have hundreds of listings, right? The more the better. Now, I'm not saying to just pump out listings just to pump out listings. They still need to be good quality, well-researched listings, but you guys probably understand the idea here. Put out lots of listings. And we already touched on this, but Etsy needs time, like we already touched on. Again, 6 to 8 weeks, but you can start now, okay? This video is being released in the beginning of September. Perfect time, get your listings out there. Now Q4, the craziest months are actually November and December, okay? So you still do have time. However, there's not that much time. You got to get your listings out there so they can start ranking. Let's move along. The next point I'm going to talk about is evergreen plus seasonal. Okay? So, for those of you that don't know, evergreen means listings that will sell all year round. Okay? And seasonal is when you're targeting a specific season. So say Christmas, right? So the thing is, to get the ideal results for Q4, we want to actually combine these. So we want to balance both types. Okay? We want to balance both types of products / niches that we're targeting. Next up, we want to, or the benefit of that is evergreen ensures year-round sales, which is obviously what we are looking for. We don't want to have a successful Q4 and our shop just die out and not sell for the rest of the year, obviously, right? That doesn't make sense. We want to actually capitalize on Q4 with making lots of sales and ranking our listings so that they can keep selling throughout the next year. So that is why we always want to include evergreen listings. Seasonal gives fast traction. Okay? So if we're targeting seasonal things, like now we're talking about Q4, so say we're targeting Christmas, right? We're targeting Christmas niche designs, then you will see that if you're successful and start making sales on a product, it will gain a lot of traction, and the potential is very, very large as to how much you can actually sell in that time frame. So that is why we also want to include seasonal types of products / niches. And the thing is, since we're getting lots of sales from there, we're also getting reviews, we're getting feedback for our shop, Etsy sees that we're successful. That's obviously going to help our shop as well. Next point is sell unique products. This is just so key. There are so many people selling the exact same products, right? And that's just going to make it very difficult for you to stand out from the crowd. So we want to use suppliers like Merchize. Okay? For those of you that don't know about this supplier, Merchize, now most people talk about Printify, and I use Printify as well for some products. However, Q4 products in specific, Merchize has an insane amount of options to choose from. Now, one of the things they have are ornaments. If you guys want to check out, I had an actual ornament unboxing from Merchize on the channel. I'll link that video in the description, as well as a full tutorial about how to actually design ornaments and post a listing and that stuff. So I'll have that linked below as well. But we want to capitalize on Merchize because literally nobody else uses them. The product catalog they have access to is insanely large. And yeah, so that's just a pro tip right here. Use Merchize. And by the way, I have a link down below in the description for Merchize as well. It's completely free to sign up, so use that link below. So what it's going to do is it's going to obviously help stand out. Like we already touched on, using unique products will help you stand out from the crowd, the generic t-shirts, sweatshirts that everybody else is selling, and also the generic ornaments that everybody else is selling, and actually stand out so that you can make sales and see success. Yeah, and also like we touched on, better chance of success, right? So let that sink in. Use unique products, capitalize on that. That's how I've seen personally the most success. Now, just before we move on, if you're serious about utilizing Etsy and focusing hard in on Q4 this year so that you can break through and see success on Etsy, I can help you. Click the video below in the description. It's an explainer video of how I can help you. And at the end of it, you can book a call with me as well, a free call. We can look at your shop and see what we can do to actually work together and help you see success in Q4. So click that video below and book a call with me, and I'll see you there. So the next point we are talking about here is to update your mockups. So first off, the reason is that updating your mockups can really trigger emotions and speak to that customer that you're targeting, right? So we want to cater mockups to holidays, right? Cater mockups to holidays. Whether that is, for example, Halloween, so you have maybe pumpkins or those colors, right? Oranges and browns and that type of thing in your mockups, or you have Halloween props in the background of your mockups, or whatever it is, or if it's Christmas, you have a Christmas tree, Christmas lights, whatever it is, and you're showcasing that the actual listing that you're selling or the product that you're selling is giftable, right? Because this is the gifting season. So as long as those types of things are showcased, that's what's really going to help you actually see sales. You want to obviously ensure realism, right? Fake looking mock-ups are not going to do well, right? I've seen it before that they do well, but this is an anomaly, right? We don't want to, for example, have mock-ups on a white background. That just doesn't fly on Etsy. It's not Amazon. It's a completely different platform. So we want to have realistic mock-ups, and like I said here, at the same time catering the mock-ups to the holidays. That is the best combination here. Another thing you obviously want to do is use video, right? We want to use video mockups. You have one slot in your mockups for a video. Utilize that. And don't just throw together some sort of like non-relevant video. You want to actually showcase your product. It should boost your product, right? And so I always advise people to actually maybe place a sample order, right? And make your own video if you don't have access to that. Now, for some products, you will be able to find videos, mock-up videos to use, and that's fine, but ensure that your videos are legit and look really nice and really boost your product. The last thing we're going to talk about is use Etsy ads, okay? Now, I'm a big believer in Etsy ads because it's really going to give you an edge over your competition, right? And the cool thing is that Q4 conversion rates increase actually in Q4. And the reason for that is that people are on the platform shopping. They're looking to buy. So our actual conversion rate of the ads is increasing, which makes them more profitable. And it's just a win-win, right? You want to obviously monitor your listings, right? We want to monitor your listings, how much they're spending. We want to tweak the dials, so turn off any keywords that aren't relevant or are non-profitable. And by that, that is how you basically avoid overspending, right? So we want to obviously just keep the listings that are actually doing well on. Lastly, make sure listings are optimized. Okay? Very, very important. If your listings aren't optimized, so I'm talking your SEO, your titles and tags are optimized. Your mockups are optimized. You have done your research and you're targeting a specific customer. All of that stuff, if all that's optimized, that's what's really going to make your Etsy ads profitable. Because obviously, if you're placing a product that people want in front of the right buyer, then it's going to convert and make sales, and you're going to be profitable. So that's the last tip of this video. I hope you guys got value from it. Hit the like button if you got value from it. Again, book a call with me if you want to capitalize on Q4. I am willing to help you out. It does not cost a lot, okay? It's very cheap. So book a free call with me and I will see you guys there.